E360 TV proudly presents Messages of Inspirational Stories TV show. Live streaming now to millions of devices around the world on Roku, Apple TV, Amazon Fire TV, Android TV, YouTube Live, Facebook live streaming. Our shows are available video on demand on these channels. And we broadcast daily, Monday through Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time on these channels. On Mondays, Expanding Your Business. Tuesdays, Natural Health and Wellness. On Wednesdays, we cover Mentoring Our Youth. And on Thursdays, our new show, Ideas Worth Knowing. And on Fridays, Women in Leadership. To be able to watch our television show on your favorite device, please go to e360tv.com and download the app for your favorite device. Brought to you by our producers and hosts, Jim Grant and Donna Guinois. Along with our host, Beata Severin Reed and Emerson Brantley. Supported by our admin team of Michaela Vidal and Gaia Guinois Balconi Weda. And welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. The Messages of Inspirational Stories is proudly brought to you today by the good guys at the 6minutewebinar.com. The 6-minute webinar is for the individual that struggles getting their message across to their ideal client. Because when someone contacts you for whatever product or service you may have to offer, they only want to know one thing. Can you help them with that one specific problem? Most people, when they say, what do? They tell them everything, And you give people too much information, they get distracted. They can't make a decision. And Emerson, I know that you've taught a lot in marketing and how that, you get very, very specific and cut out the fluff. That's very important.
And the program, that the 6-minute webinar definitely makes a difference for people in terms of getting the thoughts organized and put together in a really concise way. And I'm going to add this to it, Jim, because I don't think a lot of people realize it's not just about having public speaking per se. It might be just you're in a company and you have to make a presentation to other members of the company or to the board. There's all sorts of, maybe it's teaching a class,
Oh, yeah.
Maybe it's teaching a class at your at your temple or church or synagogue, and needing to be able to get everything organized very quickly, so that you're able to give it in a way that people really get the key information.
What I like about it too. What I like about it too, Emerson, it has an introduction, a body, and a close, and most people start out, this is who I am, this is what I do, this is what I've done, and it has no value to anybody out there. And when I was on that one seminar with the King of Almond being present, I simply started out during my presentation, I'm going to share with you 3 proven ways to, boom, 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 and right there, the King of Almond, he was sitting there in that big royal chair. He is kind of like cocked his head and looked at me. So that gave me a body language sign that I said something that was kind of like, hey, at least this guy is different.
Well, I got to tell you, our guest, I'm not even say guest, our co-host today.
Yeah, there you go.
Once again, the amazing Vinney Chopra, and I had the chance to be in a live audience with Vinney. There he is.
Yeah.
A few days ago. And I got to tell you, when Vinney hits the stage, he is a force of nature.
Ooh.
He brought that whole room to their feet.
Kind of like the eagle has landed, huh?
The eagle had landed. That's right.
Welcome, Vinney. Welcome to the show, my man.
Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Emerson. It was such a pleasure to
Hmm.
hug Emerson, to meet him, and
Oh yeah.
several occasions right there at the conference, and Mike Lewis was there. It was such a
Mm.
wonderful experience, and we have so many great memories together, and some
Hmm.
pictures, and the food we ate, and the lunch we had. But Emerson, tell me, because I am the critique. I love critiques because tell me what I did right, what I did wrong, and how can I improve? You know, that's the key.
Vinny, I'll say it this way. After listening to two or three of the other speakers who were pretty much run of the mill speakers, they had interesting topics and were giving interesting information, but people were standing in the back of the room talking to each other and walking in and out of the back. I was back in the back, so I'm aware of all of this.
Hmm.
And when you were on the stage, nobody left. When you were on the stage, your energy was high, your message was clear, and your enthusiasm was contagious. So
Hmm.
that's all I really have to say. And I've sat
Yeah.
in, I have either promoted or organized or marketed or spoken at over 2,000 events in my career.
Hmm.
So I've
Yeah.
seen the good and the bad and the ugly, and you definitely are up there at the
Yeah.
top.
Yeah.
I
And
I
by the way,
put you up
folks.
there with Zig Ziglar. Okay, how about that?
And by the way, when
Oh
Emerson
my,
said he was standing in the
he's my
back of the
mentor.
room, he was observing everybody, and he was not a doorman. He did not lock the door, so everybody was free to come and go. Congratulations, Vinny. That's a wonderful compliment from
and
Mr.
and
Emerson
and
Brantley.
I was able to really get my glasses too.
That's
Emerson, you
right.
want to talk about the glasses?
That became a running thing with the other speakers too, because Vinny had all of these glasses and he was tossing them out to people and having people run up for them, and yeah. And I have to add this. I'm just going to add it right now, Jim. He also introduced his newest book, which
Yes.
during that event, because Mike Lewis, who co-hosts with me on the Thursday show, Ideas Worth Knowing, Mike was there and keeping up with what was happening online, and this book became a bestseller in multiple countries while we were at that event.
Wow.
Yeah, while we were at the event, and it's got a great message. Um, in fact, it's got a great message for anybody if you own a business, uh, or if you have what I'm going to say it this way, Vinny, and it if if you have teenagers or
Yes.
20 somethings in your family, to share this information with them. He covers time management. He covers attitude. He covers all of the things that they need to know going out into the world, whether they want to have their own business or whether they're working within a company. It'll make them a superstar.
Hmm.
Kudos to you, Benny.
And
It's a
he's
good
got
book.
a,
Thank
And
that book was
and
such a
and
bestseller, they gave
oh,
it a gold tassel.
well, that's
you.
my
Yes.
bookmark there. In
I
fact, I'm going to put your link
love
up there
you,
for your
Emerson.
website where
So
they can
we
get
hit
this book,
number
right?
one.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Oh,
there it
surely,
is.
surely. Actually, there is a website. We could even go to vinnychopra.com. My webmaster is at work right
Yep.
now, where it will be popping up and then giving
Hmm.
the link to Amazon all across the world. So, Amazon, it's there for 99 cents. I want to say that I'm
Yes.
going to keep it 99 cents for eternity in the Kindle. I don't want to make any money, and all the profits will be going to charities. Every single dollar that I get
Yes.
in royalties or whatever on all my three books. This is my
Wow.
second one. The third one we're going to launch in February. It is there too, right now in Amazon on assisted senior living investing made easy. And my
Hmm.
first book, uh, $7 to $1 billion portfolio, apartment syndication made easy. So
Hmm.
all three books will 99 cents. I would
Wow.
love to have millions of people read them, and my audios will be put up there too. We'll drop the price to the lowest price that Amazon lets us,
Hmm.
because I'm here to serve and I want lots of people to get the ideas. Yeah.
That's a wonderful thing to be able to educate yourself and donate to charities too. That's a win-win-win situation.
Yes.
Everybody
Yes.
wins in that scenario, and
Yes.
that's a
And
wonderful thing.
this would be a great gift over the holidays.
Oh,
Mm.
thank
Give to
you.
somebody,
Thank
then
you.
change their life.
Oh yeah.
Ah, and if anybody would like me to send the printed copies at my cost, like publisher's cost is way lower than 14.95, whatever Amazon puts it on, I would
Mm.
love to ship it to them for the
Mm.
cost and handling or whatever, you know,
Mm.
at that lower price. I just sent 100 of them are going out this week to my mentor who taught me real estate. What? He
Well,
found
now,
out about
Vinny,
it.
I'm going to put you on the spot. Will you sign those books
Oh,
for our viewers,
I would love to. I would love to.
Mhm.
I'll order 100 here and
like you did
something.
for me? Oh
Ah, yes,
yeah.
sir. There we go. There we go. We'll do it. We'll do it. Yes,
How
it'll
about
be
that, folks? You're going to have the author sign the book for you.
thank you.
Oh
Thank
yeah.
you. I'm just a regular guy. And, but it made in real estate top seller. That was surprising to me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. What a
Mhm.
lot of people don't know, a lot of people talk about their bestseller, and I was joking with Jim
Hmm.
before the show. Sometimes it's a bestseller if you live in this county and it's having to do with houses that have indoor plumbing or some ridiculous category that nobody else even has a book in.
Yeah.
Vinny's book was in the real estate space,
Mm.
and a bestseller in that space is huge.
Oh,
And
thank
there
Yeah.
goes my phone, Jim.
And the A team is calling Emerson to let him know is another bestseller.
There goes my phone.
you.
At least once every show, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah. With.
You think I'd learn?
Oh, it's such a pleasure to really do this show every week. I know I was away for a few weeks, but I'm
Oh
back
yeah.
and looking forward to bringing some great guests also. I met some really great people at the conference,
Hmm.
and I'll be inviting them to join us in these future weeks so that we could really mentor the youth correctly. And we are
Mm.
doing a great job. I think we are. And I wanted to mention to everybody we started the show on September 9th, 13, September 13 this year.
Mm.
Self discipline was our
Yeah.
first topic in
That's right.
mentoring the youth. Time management was September 20th. You could go back and kind of look through those. Goal setting was September 27th. Effective
Hmm.
communication, October 4th. And then we had three more. And today's really amazing topic we're going to talk about today. It's on financial. Oh my gosh. So we did five was emotional intelligence, six was critical thinking,
Thinking. Hmm.
problem solving was last week. That
Hmm.
was on the 7th,
Hmm.
November the 1st.
Hmm.
And today it's, then we
Financial.
also, today is the financial literacy, Jim, right?
Mm.
Right,
That's
Emerson?
correct. Yeah.
Which
And
is
next
November
week we're
the
going to be talking about resilience and
Yes.
perseverance.
Yes, yes.
We're
So
just going right
please,
down the line there.
I think it's going to be fantastic. And we
Hmm.
would love to even archive these shows in Go High Level and
Hmm.
provide them at one platform. My
Hmm.
team is, I wanted to ask your permission to do that because I
Hmm.
do Go High Level. I pay 6,000 a year or something, and I
Hmm.
have the SaaS program. So we'll put them into mentoring the youth category,
Hmm.
subcategory, and then
Hmm.
my team can upload them there. It should be very easy, and
Oh
then we
yeah.
can provide links to
Hmm.
that, to the whole library, and it will be archived. So that will
Mm.
be fantastic, so that
Oh
people
yeah.
can see.
Wow.
Oh yeah,
Is that
yeah.
okay? All right.
Yeah, that's a wonderful thing too. And just by Vinny talking about that, and this is a prime example of how you build a foundation of wealth. It has nothing
Yes.
to do with money. Has
Yeah.
everything to do with expansion, expanding yourself to be able to go to new levels and be a blessing to others. Because when you bless others, you're going to be blessed down the road. It's coming. So you might as well fasten your seatbelt and hang on.
Thank you. Thank you. And today's preparation, thank you so much. I wanted to see if we could discuss budgeting,
Sure.
as we mentor the youth to
Hmm.
teach them, how to create budgets and track at a smaller level. It could be good for anybody. Then,
Oh,
of course,
yeah.
the credit and the debt. I think
Hmm.
if we can talk about that today, that'll be
Yeah.
amazing. Saving and investing. It's a
Mm.
huge, huge part of building the legacy and really doing well. And the
Yeah.
needs and the wants. I
Hmm.
think that's another one which comes with financial literacy. Financial goal setting could be
Hmm.
another topic. Taxes, which
Yeah.
I know for 14 and above, I think people can save now in IRAs, Roth
Yeah.
IRAs, and all if they're working. Maybe we
Hmm.
could discuss some. Then consumer awareness,
Okay.
entrepreneurship, and philanthropy. I
Yeah.
thought if we could wrap it up with philanthropy,
Yeah.
starting at the mentor youth level, so that
Yeah.
they can give and really be giving time and money at the
Yeah.
young age so that they can become
Yeah.
better.
Yeah, let me make a suggestion here. There's a lot of topics there. We want to get started with budget because, ladies and gentlemen, listen up. You know this to be true. When we were in school, they didn't even teach us how to balance a checkbook.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
they didn't.
Yeah.
And I've known people that's, grown and they still struggle with balancing their checkbook. So, what we're going to do and what I'm going to highly just suggest here, maybe not highly suggest, just recommend, as we go through these different topics that Vinny has mentioned, if we don't complete them all today, we will do a phase two or second show
Yes.
next week. So, Vinny, I'm going to hush and let you rock and roll. You're the best
Oh,
seller.
no. No, thank
I'm just the best looking host.
I do want to say the positivity brings profitability.
Right.
Digital edition should be ready to be given out, sent to anybody at no charge. I'll provide that also. And the audio also, I hired a theatrical a gentleman, very nice one, Mark Bolan, right from here, from Hollywood. And he's read the book also. So that will be ready also, free of charge around the world. Anybody wants to get digital and the other copy. And then, of course, printing, it's going to cost some money to get it printed at Amazon and all. So
Right,
just
right.
I won't charge any money, but the handling of that cost and all that. So that's it. And, love to give out as many as I can. But let's talk about budgeting.
Okay.
It's so important that we budget our time and we budget our money. Those are the two things in our life we have limited amount of money and time. Now time, 24 hours. I'm looking for a watch which gives me 28 hours. Haven't found one yet. And usually we sleep 8 hours a day, 7 to 8 hours, and then we spend 3 to 4 hours in bathing, this, that, eating, exercising, all that. So half of our life is gone in sleeping and doing chores or different things, taking care of our body. But we should have the 12 hours left to really stimulate our mind and work, which is eight. We say we work 8 hours a day many times. So we have only 4 hours left out of the 24 hours to really stimulate our mind and learn the skills to make us better. Make us better. So let's talk about budgeting.
Okay.
Again, I believe we should be looking at, just like you said, Jim, checkbook. It's so important to see how much money is going into the bank if you have an account and how much is coming out. And we should be looking at it. Even there are cutting edge softwares, free software apps on the phone, Android or Apple, where one young person or 14, 15, 16, 17, or 30 years or 40 years. I mean, my son does it. He's going to turn 40
Mm-hmm.
here, this actually December coming up. And he retired, early retirement at 39. I want to
Mm.
really,
Wow.
pay tribute to him today
Yeah,
because
amazing.
he made
Congratulations.
some good choices in life.
Mm-hmm.
He made some really good choices in budgeting, in earning money, and doing well in IT field and electrical engineering. He went to Berkeley, just to
Mm-hmm.
kind of say his name, and he wrote a book also, Perpetual Patterns, which didn't go anywhere. He wrote it way back. He left Blizzard with World of Warcraft company. He wrote the book, didn't work for a year or so, and then he became from a coder to product manager, and
Mm-hmm.
he retired from Uber last year, and
Wow.
he bought Tesla when Tesla was so small, and Apple and some other great stocks he bought. So
Mm-hmm.
now he can live financially independent
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
totally at 39. He owns his
Wow.
own home. He doesn't need a dollar or penny from us. He has not taken a dollar from dad and mom since he was in high school.
Wow.
So I'm really
That's
proud.
oh
But let's
yeah.
talk about budgeting, please. Yeah,
Yeah.
let's expand on it.
Yeah. Because for example, like a lot of young people don't realize when they say I don't have any money, that they spend $3 here, $5 there,
Hmm.
and to them it's just pocket change. But those $3, $5, and $10 and $2 here and all that, it adds up.
Yeah,
It
It
does.
adds up, and that's something you need to keep track of. Go ahead, sir.
so true, so true. So I think it's really good in my thinking. Put down where you're spending money. So try to put together on a piece of paper or on a book. Or I love the apps. The
Oh
apps are
yeah.
so great. I use yellow pad to the hilt on my phone. My biggest, thing that I love in the, Android or Apple, wherever you are, you could say budget or expenses for this week, and easily you could just add on there how much you spend and get into the habit of doing it by each week. Please do it for the week. Then, end of the week, you could even put the Excel worksheet in your yellow pad right here. Excel worksheet comes in there, and you can even just total it up, and you could put tabs at the Excel at the bottom, like week number, like today. Let's say if you're starting today, let's get started today so that 2024 is going to be a fantastic year in budgeting for all of us. For all of us, me included, by the way, being the CEO of so many companies, we need to look at money coming in, money going out. And that's what this life is about. We want to make sure we earn more money so that we can budget itself, so that we can spend money in the right places and then give to charities and all, and also take care of memories and vacations and all. Emerson, please, yeah, join us.
I it's more of a challenge for young people today in many ways
Yeah,
because so much of it is through the phone, Apple
yeah,
Pay and
yeah,
others.
yeah,
And so it's kind of invisible. You know, it's not pulling out and counting out money. It's
yeah,
not even having a checkbook where you're going through and seeing what you've written out. It's all in the cloud.
yeah,
And
yeah,
so keeping track of it, keeping up with it is important. And you know, Vinny, a lot of times people will say, well, I earned the money. I can spend. I should be able to spend. I don't want to do all this budgeting stuff. But the thing is, when you budget and when you begin to recognize where your money's going,
yeah,
it's a liberating thing. It's something that gives you more money
yeah,
because now you have a sense of it. And if you want to spend $5 or $6 on that latte,
yeah,
you can do that. There's
sure,
nobody saying you can't do that. But you know
yeah,
what? You may start saying, do I really need to spend the $5 or $6 on the latte?
Mhm.
Because now you're thinking about the month, the week. You're thinking about the goals that you have. Maybe it's that trip that you've been wanting to take, or
Oh, yeah.
the gifts that you wanted to buy for somebody, or the purchase of a car or a house or whatever it is, going to
Mhm.
school. Um,
Yeah.
any of the things that you really want are within your reach.
Yes.
Budgeting frees you
Mhm.
to have the things you really want.
I
And,
love it. I
Is that
love
right?
it.
and one of
If
the
we are,
things that
if we are
really came
getting
out
it,
there, one of the things that really came out there that I like what Emerson saying about talking about is that the very first show we had was on self-discipline.
yes.
That is the key right there, folks.
Mhm. Mhm. So
Go
true.
ahead.
So true. No, I was going to say like 30 days in a month. If we get
Mm.
into the habit of going down the street, we're
Mm.
driving and everything, and we could make a really great coffee at home,
Oh,
which
yeah.
might cost us 49 cents. I figured
Mhm.
it out. Of course, in my case, I bought a latte machine. I can afford it because I saved a lot of money. I bought that so I can make a Starbucks, latte every morning at my home. But the thing is, if we spend $6 a day or $5 or $6 a day, 30 days, that's $180.
Oh,
$180
yeah,
gone,
Yeah.
gone each month times 12 for a
right.
year. We're talking thousands of dollars.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it's just the starting. I mean,
Mm.
if
Going out to eat for every meal.
oh my
Mhm.
gosh.
You could be, they don't have dollar menus anymore.
No,
I mean,
no.
you're going to, if you're wanting to go and eat at cheap fast food, you're going to spend 7, 8, 9, 10, $12.
For
Oh,
And you
yeah.
sure.
do that several times a week.
Mhm.
And once again, like Vinny was saying, all of that adds up. And
Yes,
and
it
if
does.
you look at it at the end of the month, you go, man, where'd my money go? Oh,
Yeah.
well, here's 150 or $200 that was just spent on hamburgers and fast food and things like that. If that's what you want to have, go get it. But knowing what it's adding up to is what
Mhm.
Vinny's talking about here, right?
Yeah.
Totally,
It's like
totally.
the old saying we heard a lot on the farm growing up, you cannot have your cake and eat it too. And that's so true because a lot of young people, they want to do the same thing everyone else is doing. And they want to have money at the end of the month. Well, the two don't go together. They really
Mhm.
don't. I mean, you got to work at it and get there.
Yeah, so true.
You know what
So
I
true.
loved, and Vinny, I'll just say this and then turn it back over to you. But what I loved was the way that you kind of opened this was not even talking about money, but you
Yes,
were talking about time, because
yes,
time is a fixed thing.
yeah,
And if I want to spend 2 or 3 hours, playing a game on my tablet, that's great. It's my time. I can do that if I want,
Mhm.
but I can't get that back.
yeah.
No, it's
And I
gone.
can't have that for something else. And I can't crunch up against deadlines I might be crunching up against
Mhm.
Sure. It's so great
if
what you
I'm
just said.
spending my time doing these other things. I have to
Totally,
decide.
totally. We need to make a decision and be the best steward of time. I
Mhm.
Budget
say
it. Yeah,
time, we got to budget time in the right activities. It's okay to play games for a little bit time.
sure.
It's
Mhm.
okay to read every day little bit time. It's
Mhm.
okay to look at what is best. What are the three things I need to accomplish today to get the best results?
Mhm.
It could be anything in results, but we need to be focused. We need to be goal setting
Mhm.
ourselves, because if we don't goal set, then time whiles away. And even 30 seconds back, I say, you cannot change what happened. So we need to be
That's right.
totally focused in controlling the power, not be a servant of time, but be the winner, be the, what's that? Owner of your own time, because
Mhm.
we are the owner of our own life. We are the
Mhm.
CEO of our life.
Mhm.
And that's what we are talking about. Let's talk about money again. Again,
Yes.
budgeting we talked, savings we talked, because once you save at the end of the month, what to do with that saving is so important.
Mm.
Is it in the bank account losing? Because inflation, now inflation, we can bring it in there. What's
Mm.
inflation? It's the losing power of dollar in USA and
Amen.
currencies. And our dollar had lost how much? I don't know the real number. I should look at it.
Oh.
From 1933 to
Oh.
now, it's 2023, almost
Mm.
90 years. Our dollar had lost 79% or something. I may be wrong. Huh? Emerson, what's the? I don't know.
Let me
Of,
check
of
it.
its purchasing of its purchasing
The
power. Yeah.
purchasing
Yeah.
power. Yes, sir.
Mhm.
Yes, sir.
Mhm.
So that's exactly with inflation. Again,
Mhm.
we can talk about inflation. What that means of 6, 7%, it's about 4% now. It means $1 this year, it's going to lose its buying power next year by about 4%. So $1 will become only 96 cents. So that's why it's so important that we want to invest money. So
I'm
that's
hearing
part.
that too, Jim. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I know there is
Yeah.
something about the music. No problem, no problem. But yeah, so Emerson,
I don't know.
that's okay. Oh, is
Yeah.
it mine or you guys?
I don't know. It's not
Oh
mine.
no, mine is not there.
Yeah. Because all the music I
Oh,
play, I sing on, and I know it's not mine.
I do sing in the shower though.
Yeah.
Everybody will walk away. But
I'll
no,
take your word for that.
so Emerson, you're so right, Jim. Like, it's so important that we invest the money. So I think financial literacy,
Yes.
that's
Mhm.
something is not taught in the schools or in colleges or wherever. I mean, that's why it's so important to really learn and be
Mm.
inquisitive and learn from internet, learn from YouTube, learn from Google. Everything is out there. I love
Mhm.
YouTube. I love our show because it's in YouTube. I love our show because you
Mhm.
could feel what we are trying to explain, and
Yes.
you could feel that we are trying to be very, very uh, you know, unbiased in teaching. So, oh, there we go. Yes, sir. Sure. Oh,
I don't know
there.
if you can
Hey,
see
What is it?
there.
yeah, it is. $1 in
Okay.
1933 is worth $23 60. Oh, no. Wait,
68
today?
cents today.
Oh, cents. No,
Yeah.
it says dollar.
$23
$23.68.
and 68 cents.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's actually 23 cents.
Mhm.
So that's what the change is in there. The dot should be in the front of 23. The
No, it's
dot should,
$23.68 is what $1 was worth in 1933 is worth
oh, okay,
$23. It takes $23.68 to buy
Ah,
what a dollar would buy in 1933 because
wonderful,
a lot
wonderful.
of people have this misconception that inflation is prices going up. And just like Vinny and Emerson said, no, it's the buying power of the dollar on the market.
Yeah.
That's what it is. So it's going to take you $23.68 today to buy what you could buy for $1 in 1933.
I see. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I got it. I got it.
Yeah.
Or we could say, if we deduct that, in other words, it's costing us $23 to buy the same thing for $1. So the degradation of dollar might be that 70% or something we talked about. I think I may be correct in there. I didn't really look at that statistic. But what we are really saying is also, everybody watching us, how you invest your savings is so important. So
Oh,
important.
yeah.
Two
Oh, yeah.
things are very important in investing. One, to preserve your money that you're investing. You want to make sure if you invest $100, you don't lose $100 in any situation.
Yeah.
And the rule number two is make your investment grow. You want to make money on your money. So
You
that
put your
is a
money to
big.
work for you.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Yes, sir. get the money to work for you, because that's the beauty of it. And we could talk about rule of 72 right now.
Mhm.
And the
Okay.
rule of 72 is amazing, amazing,
Mhm.
amazing. What it says is that if your money can make 6%, for example, a
Mhm.
year. So if your $100 becomes $106, or your 1,000 becomes $1,060 at the end of the year, it will take you 12 years, divide 72 by 6,
Mm-hmm.
12 years to double your money. So that's a rule of 72, which is amazing. Please go ahead and Google that, or
Oh,
look into
yeah.
YouTube, because that will get you so fired up
Mm-hmm.
that you will stop drinking coffee. No, no,
Yeah.
not at all. And you will
Yeah.
save. Save because you want to double your money or even triple your money. How can you
Mm.
double, triple? If your money can make 12%,
Wow.
now you can double your money in only 3 years.
There you go.
See,
There you go.
percent. Oh, did I say that right? 72 divided by 12. I may be wrong.
That's 6. Yeah.
Huh? 6
That's
years.
6.
Not
Yeah.
3 years, but
Yeah.
6 years.
6.
Yes,
Mhm.
sir.
Yeah.
Please go ahead. Yeah.
I was just going to mention very quickly. I heard a comment many, many years ago Vinny was talking. It just popped in my mind. I want to share it. And
Please.
this person was talking about having your money work for you.
Yeah.
He says if you're living paycheck to paycheck, your money owns you.
Yeah. That's a
Uh,
good way to put
I,
it.
I've never forgotten that. And I'm so glad you mentioned that. Yeah, it's
No,
so
thank you.
have you own either you own your money or your money owns you. So who's going to be the worker here?
So true.
Well, Vinny, one of the things that I always talked with my kids about was when they started working was how
Mhm.
much are you going to pay yourself?
Mhm.
Oh, pay
And
yourself
paying
first.
yourself first.
Yes.
And what that means is simply, all right, if you made $100,
Yeah. Mhm.
pay yourself 10 or 20 of those dollars, put them into savings where you can then take it and invest it in other ways.
Yes.
But do that before deciding what you're going to spend your money on.
Mhm.
So now you're putting your money to work for you.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
And that's the process. It's a habit. It's getting into the habit. Before I ever make those other decisions,
Mm.
where I'm going to spend, what I'm going to buy, what I'm going to do, where I'm going to
Yeah.
go,
Yeah. Yeah.
the very first thing I do is I take out this much every single paycheck.
Yeah.
And now
And
I'm starting to build the
Mhm.
money that I can begin having it work from having you're starting to begin
Mm.
to build that money to work for you
Yeah.
the
instead of the
power.
other way
That's
around.
that's one thing that I heard early on. Pay yourself first.
Pay
Yes.
yourself first.
And I did not, ladies and gentlemen, let me admit this. I did not have the self-discipline to do that
Yeah.
because I paid
Me neither.
everything else, first. And, you'll pay the price on it. Bottom line. So you are valuable enough to discipline yourself to say, I am worthy to pay myself first. Brand that into your brain.
I think this is so important topic, and
Oh,
hopefully
yeah.
we'll continue this next week also, because we will do some statistics and share with everybody
Oh, yeah.
what the position of different age groups, net worth,
Mhm.
and the savings in USA, and how in 2023 it's even gone down, and
Oh,
how
yeah.
our country is having so much debt. I mean, I don't know if you want to dig into all those, but what that really will do to our mindset is to really control what we are working on in our lifetime, and
Mhm.
how are we going to retire, because it's a very dismal situation,
Mhm.
with the seniors, which I do, senior assisted livings, and
Mhm.
all that I built from scratch and all that. And I would love to bring a guest of mine. She was
Okay.
amazing. She mentors youth, and she mentors our own children. It starts from home by savings, and they're able to invest the money, and then
Mm.
they invested some into a flip, and then they made money, and then everybody in the family got paid. It was just mind blowing, mind blowing. And I did
Wow.
that podcast. Love to invite her.
It sounds like a good show.
It
Yeah.
really does. I'll be sure to be there. How about you folks?
No,
Yeah.
I'll see how its schedule is, Jim and Emerson, and
Yeah.
I'm putting a list together of some really good influential people so that we can bring them
Also,
along with
too,
us.
we have the ability to share slides here
Oh,
in a
wonderful.
PowerPoint or PDF. So feel free to, just get them to me and we'll get them loaded. And Emerson is so good at pushing buttons. He is just,
Oh,
he's got a degree in that, folks.
I'm so glad you said it. I'm so
Yeah.
glad you said it, Jim.
Yeah.
And that'll be fantastic because I'm more visual. Most everybody's very visual.
Oh, yeah.
Nowadays, we talk about don't send an email, don't send a text, but send a video message. I've been
There you
listening
go.
and
Yeah.
watching. I'm doing a lot of it. And it's amazing that the news this morning I read, I read and I watch a lot when I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. This is my miracle morning, and I like to learn and get excited about the day and do exercise and chanting and yoga and all those things. But the big thing is, we want to really be curious about life.
Oh, yeah.
Because if we are not curious, life will go by. Let's not do that. We have such a short time on this stage of life. In dinosaur years, I say that we are not even a dot on the timeline. If we live up to 100, 150 years, nobody will even know about us. But the thing is, we can make a difference by making worthwhile choices every day.
Yes.
How we spend time, how we spend money, how we give money to charities, and we'll talk about that next week also.
Oh,
But
yeah.
the big thing is, it all starts at a young age. I remember our son when he got his first paycheck 20 years back. I think so. He was he was at the Holiday Inn nearby. Our friend gave him a job when he was 16 or 14, I think, and he got his first paycheck, and then he divided that into three. He gave one third to mom and dad, to me, one third to grandparents from my my side, my mom and dad, and one
Wow.
third to my wife's mom and dad. And he did
Wow.
the same thing when he started after Berkeley. He left, he got a great job. He was one of the 256 interviewees for virtual machines, and they offered him 89,000 a year job. He did not take that
Wow.
job. He went with Blizzard Entertainment because he loves games, and he took $69,000 job. 20,000 in my mind was a big money. A
Yeah,
young
it
guy
is.
coming out of college, but he knew what he was doing and where he was going, and he took that job. And then at that job also, first month's salary, he divided it in three and gave it in the same three chunks. So
Wow.
I'm not bragging on Neil Chopra, but I think those are values that some people can take what this young man had in his mind. And by having those things and really taking care of his savings and growing the money, he retired last year. I tell him, I said, Neil, Daddy's 71. I behave like 17, but I'm 71. But I'm getting younger each year, and you have taken his sabbatical. I keep on reminding him because
Yeah.
he can take thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars by just consulting,
Oh,
in the
yeah.
IT industry and anything.
And that's a classic example, what we talked about earlier here in the show about by being benevolent and being generous and being a blessing to others. Look how that turned around and came home. Because I've seen people, I know that you guys out there in TV land have seen people that are very, very, I don't like to use the word stingy, but they're stingy with their money.
Yeah.
And these people are spiritually on the inside. I'm not talking about necessarily religion here, but on the inside, they are anemic.
Yeah.
They don't have any energy. Their love level
Yeah.
is low. All of the negative things that they don't want in life just keep coming like ocean waves in their life. And if you know someone like that, or if you're in a situation like that, turn it around. Let it go. Love others. Look for ways to bless others. Just like Vinny
and
said.
have gratitude, which
Yes.
Vinny talked a lot about at the event, about gratitude. And gratitude and giving, all of those are like two sides of the same coin.
Oh, yeah.
Goodness.
You're grateful. Your son was grateful
Yes.
for the love and support that he'd had through his life. And that was then his way of giving back and honoring that. And so they're
Yes.
two sides of the same coin.
No, you're so right, Emerson. You're so right. I think gratitude is so big, so big. It should be in everybody's life. Goodness comes. We are at calm. We are at peace
Oh,
when
yeah.
we give ourselves unselfishly, not asking anything in return. We should
Oh, yeah.
not. We should never, never, never expect anything. And guess what? If we don't expect, the world, the cosmos gives you so much back. Try that.
Oh, it
More you
does.
give, more goodness you give, more positivity you give. Like I said, read and teach my book also. Anybody watching us, please, 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 if you could just write to info@vinnychopra.com that you would like a digital copy of my book, or you would like audio copy of my, because I copyright those myself. I don't have to go through Amazon or whatsoever. All across the world, I want to give those out for free. It's just the printing costs a little bit money, but anybody who would like, positivity brings profitability. Actually, this is a story about this book. I wrote this book 3 years back. There are 57 positive comments on this older edition of the book on Amazon. But my wife read it. She didn't like it. She says, I've been married to you for 39 whatever years. We are 43 years now married, very happily married. She says, you know what? This book does not tell all what you have given me, my life of positivity. So I went back to the drawing board for last 2 years, and I've been rewriting the book actually. So that's why this is second edition of the same book, but all changed. So, Emerson, if I may ask, sir, I
Yes.
mean, how can I get this book free to millions of people? I know you are specialist in that.
Well, I think we need to make sure that some PR goes out about it, and I'll have to talk to Mike about that. See if we
Yeah.
can't put some press releases out and let people know that they can get this book,
Yeah. Yeah.
and what the book covers, and the fact that that this is a completely new second edition that you've added to significantly,
Yes.
and that it's the #1 bestseller
Yes.
internationally.
Amen.
Amen. Amen. I my again, my main thinking is I can get in 1 million people's hand so that they can listen to it, because I copyrighted the listening. I don't have to pay a dime for anybody. So I could even put it as a landing page on vinnychopra.com. Positivity, maybe I'm thinking. And then people can just come there. They don't have to give me anything. They can just download it from there. The digital
Oh,
copy.
absolutely.
Yes,
And then if
sir.
they want to buy a copy, they can still do that.
Sure, sure.
Or if they want to have you ship them a physical copy,
Yes, sir.
they can
Yep.
still do that.
Signed. Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be
Mhm.
amazing.
No, I think that's brilliant.
Oh, thank you. Thank
The
you.
more people who get this information in their hands,
Yeah,
the more of an impact you'll have.
sure.
And ultimately, having done a few shows with Vinny and having now met him and had dinner with him in person, and spent time with him in Orlando, that's his heart.
Amen. Amen.
That is his heart, is to
Mhm.
is to have a massive impact and help a lot of people.
Mhm. Yeah.
Thank you. And I'm selfish also because I believe everybody who gets more positive, who
Mm.
maybe implements some of the techniques,
Oh
then
yeah.
they will be teaching other people.
Oh
They'll be
yeah.
sharing with other people and they'll really make other people's life more positive.
Mhm.
Just like Jim was saying, if we think more negative,
Oh yeah.
scarcity mindset,
Mhm.
law of secret, the universal law of attraction,
Mhm.
it says that whatever you attract, whatever you send the signals out with intention, whether they're positive or bad or anything, you will get more of it. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, your
It is,
subconscious mind works in a strange way because whatever you think about, your subconscious mind will make sure you don't get lost in the woods. It'll keep that GPS. So if you're focused on failure, do not look for success. It's not going to
no,
come.
no,
And
Your
this is
perception
something,
is your reality.
yeah. And I
totally.
like to share this here because this is very important for
Set a date.
anyone. When you set a goal, regardless of what it is, set a date, not
Yes.
one of these days. It's
Yeah.
important and make it realistic.
Hmm.
If you're going to lose 10 pounds, don't say I'm going to lose 10 pounds tomorrow. That's
Hmm.
that's not realistic. But if you're going to, get out of debt, set a budget, make a plan,
Yeah.
and set a date to keep your mental GPS on the right course.
I
I
love
wanted,
it.
I wanted to get that
And
in
be
there for the
kind to
close.
yourself.
Oh,
Give
yeah.
yourself little incremental steps
There you
Yes.
go.
and
Yes.
steps that you can do, and you can do them again and again and again.
Totally.
And you
And
can teach others.
you don't need to be hard on yourself with some massive thing that you're going to try to do, and then it doesn't happen, and then
Frustrated, mad.
yeah, all of us have been through that at one point or another. But incremental steps, one step at a time,
Mhm.
small goals,
Yeah.
I love
small little bites.
Love that, Emerson. Totally. You're so right. Rome was not built in a day, is another
Mm-mm.
expression. And
Mhm.
that's how our life is such. We should not really we learn from the past, get the feedback from yesterday and day before, and last
Mhm.
week, and last year, and last month. But today is the time that we should really make the best of the best of the best today, make it memorable, and don't think about the negatives in the future
Mm-mm.
because 97% of you think failures will happen, bad things will happen to
Yeah.
us, everybody's gonna not like us, and all that. It's not
Mhm.
gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Believe me. I'm sure all three of us are testament to that. You
Mhm.
know, so many things we think will happen bad to us won't happen. What we really need to talk about today is today, the moment. I don't know,
Yes. Yes.
Emerson, you remember in my PowerPoint last week, there was a hourglass or minute.
Yes.
Mm.
Can I expand on that a little bit, or you want me to talk a little bit about it? Or...
And we got
Then
about a
he,
minute
then
and
he
a half.
showed then he showed a diagram of an hourglass,
Mhm.
and at the top, let's just make sure I get this right, Vinny. At the
Future,
top
future,
was
the
the future, in the middle was the present,
present,
and the bottom was the past.
past.
And the sand run. Did I do it good?
Yep, totally, totally.
And so the sand going through is going through right now. every moment of every day.
Yeah.
Exactly. So the time is going, the
Yes.
future is passing through the contraction, which is the present, and then it becomes the past. Don't live in the past. Don't worry about the future. Future will take care of it. Tomorrow will take care of it. If we take care of today, tomorrow will take care of itself. And set goals with deadlines, just like Jim said. And, we'll just expand on it so much more next week again.
Oh,
We'll,
yeah. I'm
yeah.
looking forward to next week's show, ladies and gentlemen, because our time is about gone. We got the little warning music there to let us know that we're running short. But be sure and share this show with others, and be sure and go to vinnychopra.com and get that book. Because hold it up again if you got it there, Emerson. Hold it up.
I do. I do.
It's got a
Right
gold tassel. It's got a gold tassel to it. There you
Well,
go.
mine does.
Yeah, yours can too if you buy the gold tassel.
I don't want to hassle with my
To
tassel.
meet you, Emerson.
Yeah.
Jim, I look forward to meeting you, sir, too, soon.
Same here, sir. Same here.
Everybody, be well.
Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate you tuning in. Be sure and share the show with others, especially young people, because the messages we have here is for young and old alike. We thank you so much for tuning in. We sincerely hope and pray that you and your loved ones are blessed and healthy, happy in all areas of your life. We'll see you next week. Thank you now. Bye-bye.